thing that the police in Olaba does effectively is to shut down birthday parties and set up. And I don't believe that is what the police was assigned to do in that area. As I said, the only effective thing they do in that area is to lock down baby parties and set up. I've been to 2 set-up recently, and police arrived at 10:15 to lock down set up. And I made it clear that the set up now locked down. They have to lock me up first. They have to lock me up first. They tell me at 10:30 or 10:15. All the police know, the superintendent know to lock down parties and lock down set up. That is not what the police is supposed to be doing. They need to go out there to curb crime, to find the gangsters, and leave the parties and the setup alone. But
police can lock off parties in Jamaica by ordering patrons to disperse and seizing sound systems under regulations such as the Noise Abatement Act, which prohibits amplified sound from being heard more than 100 meters away. This action is also enforced under the Disaster Risk Management Act, DRMA, which allows police to arrest or prosecute promoters for violations and requires patrons to disperse. Compliance with police orders under the DRMA prevents further prosecution of individuals. Reasons for a party lockdown. Noise abatement. Under the Noise Abatement Act, police can seize a sound system if amplified sound is audible beyond 100 meters from the venue. Violation of COVID-19 regulations. During the pandemic, police locked down parties for breaching curfew hours or other restrictions under the Disaster Risk Management Act. Public nuisance. The police can take action if a party causes annoyance to people in the vicinity, even if it is within the legal time frame. Legal framework. Noise Abatement Act governs the limits on sound levels from amplified sources, allowing for seizure of equipment and prosecution of promoters. Disaster Risk Management Act provides a legal basis for enforcing emergency measures, including lockdowns and arrests for parties that violate established regulations.
To be honest, I think it's very misfortunate that a young man lost his life so tragically. But honestly speaking, I mean, as it relates to what the government can do, honestly, the government can do as much, but it's really the people, the type of person that we recruit to actually protect the civilians and the country of Jamaica.
So you think most of these people that the constabulary force recruit, they have problem causing them to react a certain way?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe they do.
But the young man, it was just him alone, and there were 23 cops. He was very much helpless, and he could retaliate probably for his life. So what caused them?
I'm not sure. Probably they got a motive. Probably they got a tip off. It could be a number of reasons that could have caused them to end this young man's life.
So in your opinion, what should happen to those 23 cops?
Honestly, 23 cops. I know for a fact that the Jamaica Constabulary Force train these policemen before they go on the road. So I really do believe that justice should be served.
So what about cops that, on the street and they take advantage of people because they say that they are the law?
They are not the law, honey. They enforce the law. Some they're not the law.
Okay, about the situation in Cherokee Lane, you think that Indicom is doing enough?
What does Indicom do again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're like this. They're like the police for the police. They're they fight corruption. So they're anti-corruption system within our society that do investigation. Therefore, they do investigations.
I think they can definitely start by investigating what happened to this young man and letting justice prevail.
Okay, should the government enforce laws that forces the police to not commit certain acts, being that they know that they'll face some time, or they'll meet their maker or serve a good life sentence in jail?
I definitely do believe that, yes, because I think there has been too many reports of police taking lives, especially our young people now, that they're under attack. So I definitely do believe that.
Okay, thank you for your honest opinion.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we have someone here from Nairobi. So,
no, I'm from Uganda.
Sorry, from Uganda.
East Africa.
So you were saying Uganda is much more Jamaica than Jamaica. What do you mean about that by that? Can you put the mic closer to your mouth? Yeah.
Okay, I actually meant the entirety of East Africa, right? But I saw it more in Kenya, where, you might think you are in Kingston. Yeah, it appears like it is more of Kingston than actually Kingston itself here. You'll find you'll find the buses painted with those Jamaican flags. Jamaican songs are sung everywhere. Back home, like in Uganda, you know, they are always playing your music in clubs, social events. And that makes it a very much loved country.
So have you been to any of the reggae festivals out here, like Reggae Sumfest and all of that? What is that? What do you think it is compared to Uganda reggae festivals and so on?
So I came, I think, when the reggae festival had just ended. That's when I arrived. But I've been to some functions where they play the reggae music. And of course you can't compare it with here, because this being this is the land of reggae actually. So what is copied here is what is replicated there. But at least for Nairobi, I know it's very, very, very common.
So if I go there now as a Jamaican,
if you go there, you'll be a celeb.
There will be what?
You'll be a celebrity.
I'll be a celebrity.
Yeah, because of they love the reggae and the patois.
So I'll get goals and wives and all of that?
The patois sounds very, very funny to hear for the first time. Actually, when I just come, I used to laugh when I was in the restaurants trying to order for.
So people didn't find it weird that he was laughing when they talk?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you go to Burger King, or you guys love KFC a lot, and you make an order, and then you really can't click what they are saying, and sometimes you might need someone to interpret for you. But
how are you getting along with the accent?
Of course, nowadays I'm beginning to learn a few words because I go out into the spaces. I love the Jamaican energy. Like when I hear there is a function, I'll come around. I've been to some of your political rallies where people are singing and dancing. So, and they are so happy. They are very happy people. So I come around and so you hear one or two words. I've been to some of your churches and even at work, so I tend to learn a word or two. At least one other thing that surprised me is that your country has so many churches. Something that we didn't know. We mainly knew you for, how do you call it, this dancing and twerking. That's what we largely knew you.
If a fellow Ugandan call you and ask you, say, hey, what's like there in Jamaica, what will you say?
It's a lovely country. It's a country full of happy people. Like I've told you, for me, what I love about it, they are very honest and they are happy souls, you know. And I think they have a lot of opportunity. The only thing that saddens me is that for us back home, we love Jamaica a lot, but sometimes I hear, you know, people who shoot, like on the media, shooting fellow Jamaicans, and I feel bad about it.
So what about the crime in Uganda?
Uganda has crime, but it's mainly petty crime. Like, you know, pickpocketing and what. So Jamaica is relatively has lower crime in terms of petty. In Uganda, you can't park your car like how you guys park them out on the road. Someone will come and, you know, take a side mirror or what. But we don't have much of the shooting. You won't hear that very much.
Well, thanks for, you know, your words and, you know, thank you for sharing your experience.
You're welcome.
You know how you feel about Jamaica and how Ugandans feel about Jamaica.
Sure.
What if Jamaica should have all a blackout for all a 2 months or so? You think you would have managed that?
That would have wicked.
Why without it?
Mainly because the government have to know, say, yo, if you're going to kick out JPS, which we are not, because we've been getting a raw deal over the years. But if you're going to kick out JPS, you have to make sure, say, you put things in order. You see it and make sure, say, certain things are going, because we can't do without current for all a year, all them something that don't make no sense.
No electricity. If something like that should occur, there would be pure chaos for one, because certain businesses wouldn't be able to operate. People can't go about their day-to-day life in the dark, and a life is not life with dark only. you need light in order to appreciate the darkness. So it's a concern, whereas it going to cause a lot of problems.
For how long? Repeat.
All a year, say all a year or 2 months, island-wide black.
John, no, that would have really rough one. As you can see, I'm a local business never run. It's a me out them go to school, they say pray. So that wouldn't well have a big impact on what I do right now and thing and the society. They say pray.
Yeah. No light.
No, I could never manage that. Number one, the time is hot. I'm going to buy my meat and my stuff them and put in the fridge and I want something cool for drink. And light at night time, how am I cope with that? No way. No way, government. Try to do something else about that.
Right, they're rough, you know. I tell you the truth, you know. Because I have a blackout right now. I hold up violence in Jamaica, I tell you the truth, my brother. Because people look and say, boy, blackout, be a thief and robbery. Innocent people that get murdered. So, I tell you the truth, still, it's rough. So we can't manage it right now.
You think that Dr. Darrell was saying that they're considering not to renew JPS license? So you say he should actually think something else that's not...
He should think something else, but what? Solar? What he's going to think about?
Okay, but what would you say to him definitely about that?
If he's going to renew it, what is he think? He should think what he's going to do. We can't have a blackout. Think before you say you're not going to renew it. Do something, yeah.
You just get up in the news and we saw it. And
yeah.
So do you think that because the election is coming up, it is just a talk, he just wants the people to feel as if he's with them and for them, be that JPS is charging them so high?
But if there is going to be election, he should not do that because the people is going to go against him.
So you think it's actually a silly talk?
Yes, it's a silly talk. And he don't tell us what he's going to do if there's going to be a blackout.
Okay, since everything is taxed and the government actually have shares in JPS, do you think that they are the cause for some of these high bill charges?
Sometimes it's not the government, the people that's working with in the offices. Sometimes it's the people that's taxing us so much for our light bill. Sometimes it's not the government.
Okay, since the bills are so high, do you think that this will cause a person to thief a little light, you know?
Yes, they're going to steal it because I know everybody are going to have money for pay. I in a Portmore, I live and my light bill is very high, I can't afford it. Sometimes I have to pay half, sometimes I have to go and go talk to them. Yeah, my light bill very high in a Portmore. I could never live a blackout in a Portmore with this eater. No?
Okay, so since resources from the earth are free and everything is free, you know, why you think man charge for electricity? Or do you think that we should be even paying for current when it is free from the earth?
Current is free, no, from abroad we get current for run electricity. And no free current, no free, you know. So we have to go unless...
You think it should be free? Being that, for example, oil is free from the earth and oil run the generators.
Yeah.
The wiring that build up the generators or make the generators is actually copper from the earth. So if everything is free from the earth, then why you think that we should be paying for electricity?
But because we are buying the oil to run the electricity, it's not going to be free.
But the man that bought but the man that you bought the oil from, and bought the oil from, they're never charging for the oil. So why you think that we should be even paying
resources,
for that?
as they would say, their resources and the cost of the oil coming in, that's why our bill is so high too. I think about that too.
Okay, so but you will say final and foremost, you will say that Dr. Darrell Vaz, what you say that he needs to come up with a different strategy?
Yes, come up with a different strategy. If you are going to not go back with JPS, what are you going to do? You're not telling the country what you're going to do. What you're going to do.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your information.
Yes, darling. Thank you, and you too.
So the government, after start as not considering to renew JPS license, you don't think that it is beneficial to you because the bills are too high?
No, I know. You see, because the poor people can't afford the Delta and them Delco or whatever it is, you know. You see it? We have to make sure say things in place before we do certain things, because if we don't do that a chaos in the streets. You see?
You think that talk by Darren Vaz is really a mumble jumble? You think he should get something in place first before he even consider that?
Definitely, and I would think they're smart enough to do that before them think about anything. Because they can't make a drastic move like that and like you feed it to the fishes or something differently. No, you can't do that. You have to make sure that things in order. And as leaders of the country, may I expect say them will actually do that. Know what I mean?
So you think that could affect him the next election coming up, or affect his government, mean that he's made a talk like that, and that could really plunge the people into a wandering state, meaning that the people would not want light to go away and so on?
Jaja, I don't even know if I tell you about that one. I'm afraid of the politics, you know. I'm afraid of the politics, like wow.
So you think the high bill charges, you think it would lead to people to consider thieving light?
Wow. All I can say is that JPS been giving us a constant beating. Them know how to them stand up in our neck. So if the government decides say yo, we're gonna get rid of XYZ, at the end of the day we can't even cuss and say nothing really, because it's not like so these people that stand up for we from a long time. Them a pressure we right through, man. So I just want the government to make sure say yo, have something in place and don't have nothing in place and then go do what you plan for do. That not gonna work out. See it. Poor people are gonna feel it if I that. Because remember as I say, we don't have the Delco, you know, and poor people can't afford them something there. So when the rich people can't come and afford and go take out all type of things, we don't have so now can't maintain. See it.
So since all resources from the earth are free and the earth does not charge us for anything, only man charges for things, don't you think that light or power should be free?
Now everything I got cost you, man. But what I say is that the cost now is so high. You see it? But everything takes resources and whatever to do, because the people who work at JPS them have to eat too, you know. They have to get a salary, but at the end of the day, the money them were charged for certain things, especially when you are like a person like an artist as such. Once them find out say yo, other person who own you, so them hike up the price and that not right.
So
you see me?
Them ever lick them on a high bill charge?
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Okay,
That me I try to tell you, you see it?
Alright, so thank you for your opinion though, you know. If done.
Madam.
Do you think JPS unreasonable bill charges would lead?
Of course, the mutual ground that should be discussed is that you don't have to necessarily disregard renewing the license, but if you can come to a mutual agreement to actually minimize some of the charges or downgrade some of the price range that you're going to charge a middle class person versus someone that's unemployed but still have to keep up with life and all of that versus persons that can afford it. It will take into consideration multiple things.
Okay. So, do you think these high bill charges will actually lead people to start to have illegal lights? Meaning a person say, hey, this too dear, I'm going to put my fridge on some teeth in light.
Well, you and I both know that's already happening because this is Jamaica, what the heck. So, let us just come to a mutual understanding that, okay, given the crisis that is ahead of us, work it out for the betterment of mankind.
Okay, since the resources from the earth is free and everything is free, and even the oil that's run the generators came from the earth free, you know, so electricity should partially be free, but we do understand that it takes, you know, resources and, you know, to deliver it to us, you know, our doorsteps and things. But shouldn't you think that it should be free of some sort, because resources of the earth are free and power is free?
Well, that is sort of true. I live by a saying nothing in life is free, so in order to get certain things or gain certain things in life, you have to pay for it. And if you want quality, this is me, if you want quality, then why not pay for it? But then when it comes to persons that cannot afford it versus those that can, the mutual ground, as I mentioned earlier, has to be marked for everybody to be able to afford.
Okay, since Darren Vaz is saying that he's considering, or the government is considering not to renew the JPS license, do you think it's just mouth talk, being that it's coming close to election and they want people to be convinced so much that they are for the people and they want the best for the people, or you think that they will really not renew it?
Well, whether or not it's a bluff, if vice versa, hypothetically speaking, if something like that should happen it wouldn't be for the betterment of people, because as I said, people can operate in the dark. But if it's a bluff and it does not happen, then they still would need to address the price fluctuations and stuff like that to still get persons to be more comfortable paying their bills, especially light bill, because it's a joke.
Okay, so the government taxes everything, and do you think that this high light bill pressure is due to government heavy tax on JPS? Why they?
I feel they operate independently in doing what they feel like they can do, because for years now there's no competition, but the more expensive options.
So if JPS got replaced, you think whoever come after will do a better job, being that they learned a lesson from JPS, and JPS was an example for them?
Not necessarily replace, but if they start having some competition, then maybe they'll reconsider their tactics per se.
Okay, thank you for your input. So you think that JPS unreasonable bill charges would have make all a man priest if it teeth some like he would have made say, yo, the fridge draw a whole heap of current, so yo, me go put the fridge pan teeth light and run two little simple appliances on the JPS light. You think that the bill charges would have make a man priest, so?
Well, as you can see, you know, 7 different brothers, 7 different minds, but I tell you, some man are pre-versatile, some man good as all pre-suicidal, some man might not have the heart like certain man. You have to think about people mental health first thing. You see, before you even could have said, Ray, over some I show you, but the people in mental health now, you could have never have a heart, brother, for no say, yo.
So they might build charges.
Yeah, they stress out people first thing, so that we look, when you see all some man go do certain thing, charge it. Him is not himself, brother. I wanna cause same thing, brother. And yet still sell people go to jail. You see, pray. Right now, we don't really want to pay for no light around here, you know, free light to say, you know. Oh, my son.
Well, alright, since our resources from the earth is free, and even the oil that runs the generator, you see me? All of them think they're free. Then you think the earth give everything free. You think we should even pay for electricity free power?
No. I don't feel like we're supposed to pay for anything at all. Because if the sun come out free of cost, bright up the whole universe and the whole world, who pay for that? Ask yourself. So mankind just come with them deceiving mind for manipulate the race and play with people emotion charging. Because I don't feel like say if you pay in a light, you know. I don't have we not like. I don't know what I go on, but I tell you something I go on, my bro. I'm not like what I go on. So people, if my son wrong, on leave on the comments and tell me if I talk foolishness, you know. You see, pray.
Dr. Darrell Vaz, you see me? You make a statement say them a consider or them a plan to not renew JPS license, you see me? Because the bills them too high and it don't meet the people them expectations. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think him could do better with the idea there. Ban JPS, a ban for ban them and come in with the own light system and our own resources. Ban them, yes, not license but no JPS.
Alright, so it's coming up close to election, you know. And
yeah.
You think that he will really not renew it? They will really not renew it, or it's just a motor to let people feel like say, boy, he's on their side and the government is on their side. And the people, they are for the people. You think it's a motor or they will really do it?
Well, it look like them will try what them are doing, you know. As me say. Them know what them are doing, you know. All the while them do it, you know. I may have that tattoo on my chest, you know. You see, pray.
So, alright, since government tax everything, you know, you think them did tax JPS too hard, why JPS, you know, build the people them so hard?
Well, I could tell you because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if them I don't know what go on behind closed door, you know. But if I so be the case, them shouldn't make it an impact the society like this. You see, pray.
So you believe that whoever will or should or might replace JPS would do a better job than JPS?
Yeah, man, what you say, man?
A lot of thieves knowing so that the light gone, they would have get in action.
I think a joke.
Yeah, broke down a lot of places and things.
That's the problem, brother.
Okay. So Do you think that JPS unreasonable bill charges would cause people to, you know, have illegal light, being that a person will say, why the bill is too dear, you know, me go put the fridge on the TV light because the fridge, you know, take a whole heap of power. You think the high bill charges will lead people to actually do things like that?
I'll tell you something. You can't stop people from thief light. You could have done a million things. People still have thief light, see me. I just Jamaica that.
Okay, alright, since all resources from the earth are free, even the very oil that is used to run the generator, you know, that create this electricity or whatever, do you think that because everything from the earth is free, there shouldn't even be a charge for power when the earth provides power free, you know, even as simple as, you know, cobalt that is in a battery carry electric charge? You think that electricity should be free?
First of all, nobody knows who own the isle. The isle is a natural thing of the earth. So it go both ways. And if it go 50-50.
Okay. The government, you know, Darrell Vaz, the Minister of Energy, you know, made a statement that, you know, the government will not be are considering not renewing the JPS license. What do you think about that?
Well, I want to sticky, you know, brother. I tell you the truth. I want to sticky bad. It's up to them and JPS figure out that one day, you know.
Yeah. Alright, it's coming close to election and he made that statement. You think that it's just some bluffering, or he's just trying to make some silly speech, you know, trying to convince the people to be on his side or on his party side? Because he just came up in the news one night and we weren't warned about that. The government never said previously about, you know, how JPS is acting, and then we just get hit one night with that news. You think, you know, he's just making some talk, you know, because election is coming up and he wants the people to think that he's for them and his party is for them and they're doing the best because JPS is pressuring the people and he wants to, you know, stop that.
Well, we never say about that one day, but it's up to we the people to do the right thing.
Okay, alright. Since the government tax everything, you think that the tax that the government tax JPS was too heavy on JPS, why the bill charges are so high?
Why? That one there rough.
Okay, do you think that whoever will replace JPS, or if another power supply company does, you think they will do any better, meaning that JPS was an example, and will you think they will take JPS as an example and not do the same?
Well, if a different company come, I would say who better and who can work with.
Okay, thanks for your information.
Best of my brother.
Yeah.
Hot water channel, straight to the max. Bring the thing to the people them. Original generous speed. Same way.
Man, big up hot water channel, enough ice cream. Yeah man, big up yourself.